This is the Nicole Harris Podcast.
Me up the other day, right? And it was like 10 a.m. 10 o'clock in the morning, he hit me up talking about top of the morning. I was like, yo, it's the bottom of the morning to me, homeboy. I've been up since 3 o'clock. So I wake up at 3 a.m. every single day, right? And it's a habit that I cultivated a while ago, but what I did was I had a speech that I was talking to a group earlier this week, and I said, yo, let me give y'all one of the secrets of my success. And one of the secrets of my success was simple. It was me waking up at 3 o'clock every day. See, the average person wakes up between 5:30 and 7:30 every day. So that means I gain an average of 3 hours on every person every day. All right? Now pay attention, because it's 7 days in a week and I'm gaining 3 hours. That means I'm getting 21 hours a week on the average person. That's a half a work week. See, the average person works 40-hour work weeks, right? That means every 2 weeks, I'm gaining a 40-hour work week. Think about how much money successful people make in a week. And every 2 weeks, I gain a week.
And I would now like to welcome to the show none other than transformation specialist himself, Coach Lynch Hunt.
That's right. You got it right. Transformation specialist. That's right. Cole, you know, that's like a title that nobody else has. Like, I made that up. And like, I make words up to match my walk. See, a lot of people, what they gotta do. With me, I figure out what I gotta do to match what I already done, what I gotta say to match what I already done. You feel me?
Listen, and when I saw the name Transformation Specialist, I said, that is exactly him.
So that's right. Hey, I mean, you gotta figure, like, I had to transform my life first, you know what I mean? And I figured out a comprehensive process in which I did it. In hindsight, though, you know, it wasn't like I'm going to change my life like this. I'm going to do this step, that step. But what I did was, in hindsight, when I reverse engineered it, I figured out a comprehensive step-by-step process in order to help other people transform their life. And now when you see all those different transformations on my page, those physical fitness pictures are just byproducts of what happened with them transforming their mind, and everything else just fell in place.
Wow. And you know, actually that's what drew me to you. I found you on Instagram, and I'm not gonna lie, I was drawn to your, I believe it was 5 or 6 a.m. boot camps that you gave.
Right.
And I would sit there and I would watch them. They were so motivational, you know, and watching everybody work out, I was so pumped up. And to hear your speeches, it was so inspiring. Now, I can't lie, you know, it didn't happen like immediately. I was probably sitting there watching you eating some Oreos. I didn't start working out just yet, but
that's good.
It was so inspiring. I was like, wow, they really sweating. But you know, I wasn't there yet. But you know, the seed was planted, and it definitely got me moving. You know, after watching for a while, I was like, wow, you know, I see the benefits. I'm so encouraged. I just started doing it, you know, so you definitely made an impact on my life.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. You know, sometimes you don't know how many and who you're going to reach with social media, man. So many people are, you know, they get a chance to see you with this internet, man, and you get a chance to plant seeds that grow into trees that produce shade in which you'll never sit. And you know, wow. I mean, like, yeah, word, like, you know, you're never going to benefit from some of the lives that you touch, because you know, you just don't know that you're touching them. And that's dope. Right. It's dope to hear. You know, that stuff energizes me. It gives me energy, man. And that's what I do it for.
Well, it's definitely reciprocated, because you give it back to us, you know. And I want to start off by saying congratulations again to you and your wife on the baby.
Hey, thank you so much. You know, we really appreciate this. This is my first biological child. I do have two stepdaughters, so my wife has two. Okay. Prior to this one right here, and you know, I haven't had the practice in you know, the infant stages. So, you know, I've the adolescence and the teenage and all that stuff and the college years, but now I get a chance to go from scratch.
Well, Now you're gonna have a real workout.
Yeah, real
You're gonna
workout.
experience a real workout.
That's right. That's right. I'm up for the challenge though.
Yes, and it's definitely a blessing. I'm so proud of you all. And how does your wife incorporate that? Does she still even though she's pregnant, does she still work out, or
Oh
what
yeah,
is her
yeah.
routine like?
She's still working out. She's worked out the whole entire pregnancy.
Wow.
We're going like just the other day we did like 2.5 miles walking. And yeah, it's just
Wow.
phenomenal. Yeah, she's still working. And one of the things that came up in our conversation while we were walking together was that like I told her like I guarantee you our mothers weren't exercising at 7.5 months pregnant. You know, almost 8 months
Right.
pregnant. They weren't doing this at all.
It's inspirational because I wasn't doing it. I had a very hard pregnancy, and so that's why I was wondering, how the fitness worked into her pregnancy, and if she was, indeed still working out as well. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. You know, it's a way of life for us. So, you know, it's like we got to stay on it all the time because it's just what we do. You know, how we
Right.
do anything is how we do everything. And if it's part of our routine, then we got to figure out a way to fit it in no matter where we're at, or, if we're on vacation, if it's a certain circumstance coming up, like we still got to do it. I go out
Right.
of town for funerals, man, and I might be like, I had to bury my pop and my
Wow.
sister, and like when I did the eulogy, I did the eulogies in both funerals, right? And
Mhm.
like the word comes to me when I'm working out. I mean, like, yeah, I go on like a 2 or 3 mile run or something like that, or I get in there and I start getting after it, and then it pops into my spirit, what I want to speak on. So it's
Okay.
crazy. Yeah, I got to do it. I got to do it.
Okay. Well, I like that. It's just a part of your life. I can
That's it.
feel that.
Well,
And
that's what AWOL stands for, a way of life. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
that's definitely, as I started working out and as I, changed my diet, it is a way of life. When you finally feel like you want to live and you see how good you feel once you start doing it, you don't want to go back, you know?
That's right. That's right. That's right. We do is about conditioning anyway. So if you can interrupt the pattern, like you might be in a rut, or you might be, living a certain lifestyle right now at this point. But if you can interrupt the pattern, and then you can condition yourself to have that new pattern done over and over and over again, then that new condition, that new pattern, that new paradigm will become the new script that you go off of, and from there, it's a new way of life.
Right. Exactly right. I don't even know where to start. You have so many books. You have so many
Yeah.
motivational speeches. You have products coming out, supplements. Where do we start? I mean, you are just the busiest man I know.
Hey man, hey, you know what? Me personally, man, I got so much stuff going on, but of course, the latest book is Prison of Prosperity,
Right?
and that book is not just about me, going to prison, coming home, and being a successful entrepreneur.
Mm,
It's not just about that. It's about everyone else out here who is, silently or invisibly trapped into a prison of their own. They
yes.
could be mentally trapped or mentally shackled. They could be emotionally trapped, emotionally shackled. They could be physically trapped, physically shackled. Just culturally, community-wise, just the people you hang with. The definition of a shackle is something that restricts you from moving forward or moving.
Mm,
Period. So if you've been stuck in multiple areas of life, you could be stuck in your finances. You could be stuck at your job. You could be stuck with certain friends that you can't shake because you grew up with them, and you're
wow.
just you're loyal to them, to default. You know what I'm saying? Where if that is the case, I'm going to give you principles with this book, with my programs, with my talks, to help you get unshackled, to help you get unstuck, to move you forward. And everything starts with a reflection. It starts with being able to see that, being able to recognize that, being able to know that you are bounded by something. And Harriet Tubman said, "I freed 1,000 slaves, and I could have freed 1,000 more if they knew they were slaves." So most of the people that sit in front of me, for the first time or the first few times, they really don't recognize that something is holding them back, or
Right.
they're sitting in darkness in some area of their life until they get in front of me, and I can flip on that switch and I can help them move forward. But they got to be willing to admit that this area is dark or this area is stagnating. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. You are a walking true example of what God designed us to be and to do. It just shows in your walk, it shows in your life, because that's the one thing that really inspired me about you the most. When you from prison to where you are now, your story is phenomenal. I mean, it touches my heart every time I think about it and I see you up there. It's just a shining example of what God can do through us, because a lot of times we don't want to go through, or we question God, why did we get there, or how did we get here? But sometimes, a lot of times, we're going through not only for ourselves, but we're going through for so many other people. And I can see it in your life. It's just a testament of how good God is.
The headlines in the U.S. government actually said I was the leader of an $8.3 million drug ring. This is not me. This is not who I was meant to be, and this is not how you'll remember me. Sow some seeds into things, because when we sow seeds, we plant trees. Here's what I say to everybody out there, that it didn't happen to you, it happened for you. And if you can understand that it happened for you, then the Creator can work through you. And that's what I'm using my life for now, for the Creator to work through me, based off of what happened to me. Oh man, thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. I had to I had to share this testimonial with everyone, but it was very tough in the beginning. I really just started talking about it about a year ago, maybe a year and a half now, and it was really rough for me to come out and start talking about it, because my wife's profession, she's in law enforcement, and I was coming from that background, and we didn't know how we were going to be perceived or received by the community and everything, and we really had to pray on it, and we had to, and I didn't want any backlash to come back to her with her career, because her career is what afforded us and awarded us the opportunity to do the things that I'm doing on the entrepreneur side. If I didn't have that stabilized income from her career supporting me in the very beginning, when I was only making $6 for 30 minutes and things like that, then it'd be very hard for me to really pursue my passions and my dreams and things like that, my visions. So just being able to have that support was really something that I needed during that season.
Right.
And I did not want to be selfish and, come out and say, I'm about to start telling my story. And then something happened where, that whole, that career took a hit because of me coming out. So,
right.
Even though it was divine anyway, it was all God. So,
yes.
God protected us and shielded us from, all the naysayers or anybody would have negative backlash for what we did in the season we did it in. We've never received any, nobody's said anything to us about anything. So, we're just going to continue to move forward and continue to, transform, change lives, and be the example for people who try to pursue their dreams and pursue love, and, just pursue righteous living. And if anybody has a problem with that, then they gotta be the devil.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because God is just all over it. Your testimony is all over it, because you can tell, because people's lives are being transformed through you. So tell us, how can we get this book?
You can go on my website, IamCoachLynch.com, or you can go on any of my social media handles, and I'll have some link on there to get to my book, to my website. But on my website, you'll find all of my books, from Prison Prosperity, Accelerate Your Results, which is a double book, and you'll find the 7 levels of discipline that manifest success.
So there's 4 books out there. One is a double book. It's been 3 releases so far. I actually wrote another book, which is like a workbook, but it's for like corporate and team building things that I did. It's based off the principles of the 7 levels of discipline and manifest success, but it's really next level. So I got 5 books actually out there for that are you're able to purchase. Another one is a book that I just wrote for a curriculum that I use for team buildings and corporations and things like that. But it's really next level stuff. I got a couple more on the shelf too, but yes, the like they're out there. Y'all can go get that, man.
Yes.
IamCoachLynch.com. You know what I mean? And you can get it.
It is definitely going to bless your life. I promise you. Please go get the books. And also too, I saw on your page, you have some supplements that's about to come out.
Oh, nah, my supplements have been out. This is one thing that I'm so busy that I do bad with. I can honestly say that I don't market the way I market. So I had a question that came up in my community. So I teach principles in my community, in the whole AWOL community. And every week, like they get action steps. They get prosperity principles, things that they had to do outside of the gym to make sure to ensure that they're grasping the principles. So they have to actually put this stuff into practice. They have to put it into play. And one of the questions were, where in your life are you underfunding and over expecting? All right, so where in your life are you not putting in the work that you're expecting to see some type of result or expecting to get an increase somewhere, but you're not really investing in that area? And for me, my supplement company's marketing is one of the areas that I'm not doing my thing. So I've had a supplement company for over probably about 3 years now. It's been some time. I mean, we have a detox, we have fat burners, we have an extreme fat burner, we have vitamins, we have fish oils, we have proteins, we got a lot of stuff that does what we need to do, that coincides with our process to get people to transform in the 90-day challenge. So we got them. We got a bunch of stuff. But like I said, I haven't done a lot of marketing. So what I'm going to do now is, since that line of questioning, that was one of the things that I recognize. So I have to honestly, put forth the efforts to see a bigger return on the investment. And I have to do that, and I'm going to incorporate it into more of my stuff on a daily basis. So if you can see real quick, I'll touch on it real fast. I'm starting to incorporate the fast workouts on my page. So every week, there's only been a couple of them that have been released so far, but every week I'm releasing a fast workout, which is a workout that can be done in less than 25, 30 minutes, in less than 30 minutes. So you got some 15-minute workouts, some 24-minute workouts, some 20-minute workouts. Those will be released every week so you can see it. So I'm going to start to incorporate my supplements within that marketing.
Please, we're gonna have to clone you in a minute, because we're gonna need like 4 or 5 more of you to get everything.
We making it pop. We doing that right now as we speak, man.
Right.
I'm even doing a curriculum right now where I'm trying to get my own certification. So I got a lot of stuff going on. So I'm actually trying to certify people in the way that we train, the style that we train, and the curriculum comes with personal development and marketing and stuff, branding and stuff like that too. So I'm actually trying to teach people the same way that I run my business now. I'm trying to teach everybody that and certify them in that.
We certainly need that class. The best problem to have is to just have too much going on. So
right.
That's a good thing. And that's what I wanted to ask you about. Coming from a woman's perspective, it is so difficult sometimes. And this is an honest question. And I know a lot of my women, listeners have the same question, because a lot of them inbox me. I was like, okay, is Coach coming on? Can you ask him? And so I said, I am totally going to ask him this. Why won't the fat go where you tell it to go? Like,
So, from an exercise science standpoint, it's an anatomical impossibility for you to actually spot reduce. So you can't just say, I'm going to work on my stomach, just my stomach. That's not going to happen. It's just like you have to do everything in its entirety and just make sure that the muscles are functioning properly in that area. So the reason why we isolate muscles is to make sure that they're functioning properly. And if they're functioning properly and are lean, then once we banish that fat, we get rid of that fat that are over top of it, it'll be sculpted out the way we want it to be sculpted out. But you do have to isolate the muscles when you're working them so that we make sure they're functioning properly, they're building nice and lean the way we want them, because the fat is going to go away as long as you keep doing what you're supposed to do.
Okay, sounds good enough. Now, coming from a woman who is a vegetarian, I have a problem with eating, and I'm not sure if I'm getting the proteins and things that I need.
You probably are a little bit deficient in protein, because it's just kind of hard when you kind of don't know where to get those protein sources, or especially if you're a new vegetarian or new vegan. It's kind of tough, but we do have some protein supplements where you could actually get the protein to supplement that protein that you're missing or losing. You could probably do that in exchange, and then if you're someone who needs like a vegan protein, then you have to wait a little bit on that. I'm trying to develop a new protein right now just for vegans. So yes, we probably second quarter we'll be looking for something like that to be coming real soon. It's very hard because a lot of them are gritty, and they're kind of like they don't have the best taste.
Right.
So I'm working on it right now. I'm trying to come up with the right ingredients.
Okay. Well, that's okay. So that's good. And you also have your own gym as well, where you do your boot camp.
Yes. So right now, I told you I got a lot going on. We're looking to franchise, so we're trying to open up our second location in the beginning of first quarter.
Oh my goodness! Will it be in Raleigh?
Raleigh will be coming soon, but we're going to be the second location is going to be a little closer to Greensboro than Raleigh first, but we're on our way that way.
And I know you have, and I watched, in your morning sessions, that it is some people who do travel, and I know it won't take but 45 minutes, I think, to get to your gym. I just really need that extra push.
Well, we coming that way. I got you. We coming that way.
Yes.
Trust me. Once we get there, so right now, with anything you do, you want to establish systems. All right. So once you get the systems in place, then it can be delegated. So we have the systems in place now, and we're making sure that the systems are foolproof by opening up the second location. That'll give us a chance to actually test our systems to make sure that, hey, we know they're working here in Greensboro, but we want to see if they can work in Greensboro and the second location at the same time. When that pops up, it's going to be really, really easy for us to do, number 3, number 4, and things like that. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's going down real soon.
Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. I am there. I will be your first customer. But I have a question. What is some tips, like when I'm just getting out of the bed, if I'm working on my core, it's something like when you just waking up, is planks the best? What do you suggest?
Well, first of all, I suggest that when you first wake up, like you really got to kind of warm your body up before you just kind of go into, I'm going to do planks right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the way I work out is like this. Like I'll go through something that allows me to get into the mode where my body is going to get the best benefit from it. So you got to go through a certain time period to get into the part where you're going to be, burning the fat and things like that. So the first thing that I would do if I was going to wake up and I wanted to kind of like get a little leaner, if I was you, I would do some fasted cardio. I would be on an empty stomach. I would do some fasted cardio. I would do that for 20 minutes or so. And then when I finish that cardio, I would probably do it for longer, but if you don't got much time, then at least 20 or 30 minutes, because you'll be in a fasted state when you wake up. And then when you finish, then I would concentrate on doing my core and my abs, and then I would take it back, get my shower and get off to my day. That's what I would do.
And I heard you say on an empty stomach. The trainer said that, so it's okay?
Well, that would be, this is just a cardio bout, and you're only going to do this a couple times a week. So that it's called fasted cardio. If you did fasted cardio a few times a week, 2 or 3 times a week, then your body, you're going to wake up in a fasted state already, where you'll be able to essentially just burn a little bit more fat. But if you're trying to do exercises that incorporate, that you're supposed to incorporate different energy systems, then you're going to be in trouble, because you won't have the energy stored up because you're in a fasted state. So you're going to have to do something that's very low impact, which is the cardio that you can do for a long period of time. So you get in there, you knock some cardio out while you're in a fasted state, you'll already be burning extra fat, and then you can just isolate those muscles with the core at the end, and then you'll be good to go.
You got to go on his page and get the rest. Well, that was so good. Thank you for that. Hey, listen, where are some of the places that we can catch you next? What else do you have coming up or going on?
I just came back from Tennessee. I'm at Get Real High School tomorrow. That's in Lexington. I'm in Lexington tomorrow at Get Real High School. I'm in DC on the 19th and the 20th. I'm back the following week, homecoming. I'm speaking to A&T's football team Friday night and Saturday before the game. Man, I'm everywhere, man. I got a bunch of stuff going on. Greensboro got me working, and I'm, expanding outside of Greensboro too. But man, look, man, they got me doing a bunch of stuff around here, bro. I'm rolling.
And what you're putting out is it's so important, it's so needed, it's so necessary. And I know Greensboro is proud, and we're in Raleigh and we proud too, because a lot of people in the area are starting to ask about you, and they saw you on the page, and and it just gave them such encouragement. And I was like, listen, he's a busy man, so I'm going to try to get him on the show, but I can't promise anything.
We here, baby. We here.
Yes, and I'm so grateful for your time and everything. And so again, the listeners, we can find you on what's your page on Instagram?
Okay, on Instagram it's IAM_coach_Lynch. That's IAM_coach_Lynch. On Facebook it's I am Coach Lynch. That's LYNCH Coach Lynch. And I do got another page, just my name, Lynch Hunt, but I think I got the 5,000 subscribers, so I probably can't follow you back on that.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're definitely tuned in. We're locked and loaded. We're ready. We're going to get our books. We're going to get, inspired and motivated. Then we're going to get up and we're going to move that body. And then, we're going to get those supplements. And we're just going to support you 100% because we believe in everything you're doing.
Hey, I totally appreciate that, man. The universe figures out a way to align, those kindred spirits, those people that are all moving in the same direction. So I'm very happy to have you all on board, man. And I look forward to helping everybody transform their lives as long as they believe in the stuff that we talk about.
Yes. Always a pleasure, Coach Lynch. Always.
Yeah, my pleasure. I truly appreciate you.
I hope that when you do put out your supplements, or when you do your vegan supplements, if you have 5 or 10 minutes to spare, please come back on the show and let us know what you got new going on, because we would love to hear from you.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'm here, man. All you gotta do is hit me up, man, and when the schedule permits it, I'll come back through and I'll blaze it up again.
Yes, thank you so much, and we appreciate you. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in and listening. Go and check out everything this man has going on. And until the next podcast, I'll see you out there. Peace.
Peace.